So first of all, how exciting is it to bring Mavis back to life? I love her so much. I love the film.
Thank you.
How did it feel stepping back into these shoes?
It was so fun. I mean, I think for me, it was a no-brainer. And I love being able to have that with me, you know, family feel-good movie. And, you know, I like having that younger audience, and it's something that's sweet about it. And there's a great message in the movie.
It's such a great message because it talks about family, growing up, being true to who you are. And I think that resonates with like adults and kids too. But why do you think it's so important for kids, especially now, you know, with social media and everything, why it's important that these messages don't get lost along the way?
Well, I think it's so hard now more than ever because there's so much access to people's heart, and that really bums me out because it's hard to ignore all that. You know, I've had to delete Instagram off my phone for a week and just kind of not get on it because it is crazy, and I couldn't imagine being 13 and dealing with it. So, I mean, my only compassion towards kids is like, you can't listen to it. You have to know that you're made individually to be who you are, and you should just be able to find your happiness. It's so hard to say because I've been doing it myself, you know. I am growing up, I am changing, and I'm figuring out who I am, and I'm enjoying the place I'm in, but I respect that audience.
Let's talk about your new album, Revival. It's a really powerful title as well. What sort of the significance behind this? Was there a reason for it?
Yeah, of course. When I started recording the record, I had no idea. You know, we had maybe about 4 or 5 songs, and we did 12 songs, and I knew only 3 would make the record. And then I had no title, I had no heart. I was figuring out what I needed to say. Right. So I went to Mexico, and I brought some of my favorite producers and writers, and we basically just kind of honed in on what I wanted. And at that time, I was getting a lot of hate for my body and gaining weight. And so I was in Mexico, and I was just feeling all this stuff. And I would be lying to you if I said it did kind of hurt my feelings, but I kind of channeled that into my music. I felt like everybody was saying so much, and I'm like, I need to say something. Even if it has nothing to do with that. My songs on the record are Survivors, are Kill 'Em With Kindness, Rise. It's all geared towards me trying to be heard, and I think this is the best thing that I've ever done in my whole career, and I'm so excited.
You surround yourself with positive, independent women, friends, family. I know that you're very big on with family. I know that you're very good friends with Taylor and Demi. How important are these friendships for you? And it just, you know, keeping you grounded, especially in Hollywood.
Yeah, well, I think it's equally as important to have people who aren't in the industry. I live with 2 roommates, and one of them's a realtor, and the other one works for a charity and like a social media. So it's equally as important because I'm able to recognize how people treat me differently than they treat my friends who aren't famous. And that's good for me to understand. And then you have people like Taylor or Demi or anyone that you're able to like look in the eye and go, my gosh, this hurts. I don't understand this. Why are people like this? And they get it. So I think it's equally as important to have both of those people in